What's up, family? Welcome back to Off The Sidelines podcast, where we turn strategy into action and action into freedom. I'm your host, Thomas Collins. What if I told you there's a strategy that lets you live completely rent-free, build wealth while you sleep, and doesn't require perfect credit or a huge bank account? I use this exact method to go from making $13 an hour with a 520 credit score to owning multiple properties. Today, I'm breaking down a strategy that changed everything for me and why 90% of real estate investors wish they started with it. If you've ever been thinking about getting into real estate, chances are you've asked the question, where do I even start? Flipping, short-term rentals, wholesaling, it can feel like trying to drink from a fire hose. I've been there. The options are endless. But when you're just starting out, I'm going to save you some time. You don't need 20 strategies. You need one move that builds your foundation. That move? House hack. Picture this. It's Monday morning. Most people are dragging themselves to a job they hate, worrying about rent due next week. But you wake up in your own property that's completely paid for by your tenants. Are they stressed about money? You're building equity and planning your next investment. That's what the house hacking did for me, and it can do the same for you. Let's break this down together. Before you pick a strategy, before you even look at Zillow, you need clarity. Why are you doing this? Is it to stop living paycheck to paycheck? To escape your 9 to 5? To finally build something of your own? To live for free and stack cash? For me, it was all the above. I wasn't trying to get rich quick. I just wanted options, freedom. In that moment, I realized that someone else could cover my biggest expense, housing. That was a game changer. So ask yourself, what's your real motivation? Is it time freedom? High cash flow strategies that feel like second jobs might burn you out? If it's wealth building, you need an asset that appreciates and cash flows. That's why house hacking is powerful. It checks multiple boxes with one move. All right, let me take you back to 2017. I was working at US Airways, making just about $13 an hour. Our credit score was sitting around 520, and I had about $2,500 saved up. Most gurus would tell you that's not enough to start investing, but here's what I wish someone had told me earlier. You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. House hacking can be first, and it's the gateway to all of the others. Step 2, align your strategy with your lifestyle. Now here's the deal. Not every strategy fits every lifestyle. If you're juggling work, family, or side hustles, you need to be honest about your available time and energy. House hacking allows you to live where you invest. You're not driving across town to manage properties, not spending your weekends renovating distressed homes. You're using where you live as a launch pad. You're learning the ropes with training wheels on. I started with the Duplex, lived in one unit and rented out the other. Most people do complicate strategies their first time and end up overwhelmed. But what if you started simple instead? That one decision helped me eliminate my rent and gave me leverage to scale. No late night phone calls from across the city, no huge rental budgets, just smart living. Let's talk money. My first house hack reduced my housing costs from $1,400 to just $100 per month. That's $1,300 in monthly savings, or $15,600 per year that I could reinvest. Before you dive into house hacking or any strategy, you gotta ask, what's your credit score? How much cash do you actually have saved? How comfortable are you with debt? Are you ready for responsibilities of being a landlord? When I bought my first property, I was making $13 an hour. My credit was 520. I borrowed from my 401k, drove Uber after work, and clawed my way into the game. Was it glamorous? No, but it worked. For instance, my first duplex cost $130,000. This is exactly how the numbers work. I put down 3.5% using the FHA loan, which is about $4,500. My monthly mortgage payment was about $830. But I rented out the upstairs unit for $700. That meant my personal housing costs was just about $130 a month. FHA loans, seller financing, partnership, these are tools in your tool belt. House hacking is the most forgiving entry point because it lets you live in the investment while it pays for itself. A lot of people skip this step and it costs them. You need to know, is your market landlord-friendly? Are small multifamilies common in your area? Will the rents cover your mortgage? Can you rent by the room or by the unit? When I bought my first duplex, I didn't know all the information. I just bought one that looked good. Knowing what I know now, I know I'll definitely pick in a demanding market that's near hospitals and universities and up-and-coming areas as well. In markets like Philly, DC, Baltimore, a typical 3-bedroom house with 2 roommates can generate $1,800 to $2,400 in monthly rental income. Despite what you might have heard, you don't need a perfect property for house hacking. So many people get stuck looking for the ideal first investment. But here's the truth. Your first property doesn't need to be your forever home. It's a stepping stone. My first place had outdated finishes. It wasn't the trendiest neighborhood. The numbers work. You already know where I stand. House hacking is the move. Whether it's a duplex, triplex, or quad. A house with roommates that lets you live for free or close to it. Build equity and learn real estate from the inside. You can start small, rent out a room, live in the basement, use an FHA loan. You don't need a big bankroll. You just need a plan and a little grit. If I can go back and tell myself one thing in 2017, it'd be to do this. Don't wait, buy the asset, let it teach you. There are other strategies after you master house hacking. BRRRR for scaling fast if you don't mind construction. Short-term rentals for cash flow if you can handle regulations. Long-term rentals for passive income once you have more capital. But your foundation should be house hacking. Master that first, then expand. Real quick, let me give you the biggest traps to avoid. Analysis paralysis. Don't get stuck learning forever. Take action. Shiny object syndrome. Pick a strategy and go deep. Don't bounce around. Taking advice from people who have never done it. Only listen to folks who've done what you're trying to do. No reserves. Always set aside money for repairs and surprises. Poor tenant screening. Trust me. Do your due diligence. Your next 3 steps should be these. Get approved for an FHA loan this week. Tour at least 3 properties with house hacking potential and run the numbers using my calculator I'm providing in the description. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. House hacking is the ultimate cheat code. It's how I went from broke to building a portfolio, launching businesses, and creating freedom for my family. I want that for you too. Think about where you'll be 1 year from now if you take action today. Imagine waking up in your own property, checking your account, and seeing your tenant's rent payment hit, knowing that your biggest expense is now covered by someone else. That feeling of security, of progress, of finally being in control of your financial future is worth every bit of effort. This isn't just about real estate. This is about breaking the cycle. It's about creating opportunities for yourself and your family that maybe no one in your family has ever had before. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, screenshot your favorite takeaway and tag me on Instagram. I personally respond to every post. Second, download my free house hacking calculator at the link in the description. It's the exact tool I would use to analyze my first deal. And third, if you're serious about getting off the sidelines, comment freedom below. Now I'll send you my free FHA loan cheat sheet that breaks down how to buy with just 3.5% down. You already have everything you need to get started. And I'll be right here walking this journey with you. Next week, I'm revealing the 3 best markets for house hacking in 2025 and how to find deals in each one. Even if you don't live there, you don't want to miss it. Till next time, keep stacking freedom, not just dollars. Peace.